Seattle Gentleman's Garage here, doing something that we've always wanted to do. We're actually mixing supercars and hypercars, quite honestly, as well today, with our ability to give back. There's a tremendous foundation called Dream Rides Entrepreneurship. A young man who's actually still in college started this foundation 3 years ago. This foundation is all about taking underprivileged kids and giving them an opportunity to not only go on track with supercars and hypercars, but most importantly, to get to meet people like myself and many others that are participating in this great event, to learn what it's like to be an entrepreneur, learn a little bit about our paths and how we did it. And the hope is to inspire them, to inspire these people that, hey, anything that you dream of, if you're willing to work for it, you're willing to sacrifice, you can make it happen. We own and drive these cars. That's what we do. We're gonna drive the LaFerrari at Circuit of the Americas, one of my favorite tracks. We raced Ferrari Challenge. If you're following the channel, you know that as well. I can't wait to get this car out there. We also, because it is a fantastic track car, we've got the 296 GTS. So we're gonna get both those out on the track. We're gonna get out there, have a hell of a time, and we're gonna bring you guys along for it. See you soon. Roasted the brakes. There's no brakes left whatsoever. Thank goodness we made it into pit lane safely. The car does perform unbelievably well. 1,000 horsepower car. I gave some rides to some other people that have been in some other supercars and hypercars on track, said they'd never experienced anything like that before. One guy had been in a Huracan STO recently, a McLaren 765 LT, and then got into our LaFerrari, and he said it was the ride of his life. It was absolutely amazing. And it is. The car is absolutely, truly incredible, all the way up until I roasted the brakes. I mean, we drove it hard. I drove it for probably 40, 50 laps, something like that. We drove the hell out of it, to the point where I had to start checking on my gas levels. We're going to get the 296 GTS out on track. We're bringing you guys along for that. This is a car I've actually driven on track before. I was lucky enough to not only do Corsa Pilota with Ferrari at Fiorano, at the historical track there at the factory, but we were the very first class to get the 296s on track. So we're gonna get out there, we're gonna take it through its paces, and then this afternoon, what it's all about. They've got all these young men here and women. I had the pleasure to shake hands, get to know some of them. They all have aspirations of wanting to be an entrepreneur. Very intelligent kids. They're asking really, really insightful questions. You can tell they've really been thinking about and looking forward to this day. They're taking advantage of getting to meet people with similar backgrounds like myself that have worked their way from nothing to become where we are today, and share these cars with them, but more importantly, share life wisdom, share the passion and dream about being an entrepreneur and how hard it is and how much work it takes. And we're having an opportunity to share that with these guys. We're gonna do a little bit of lunch here in a bit. We're gonna get these guys out in the car and give them a ride for their life, and we're gonna do it in the 296 GTS.
LaFerrari company.
So what's your job? What do you do?
So I own a labor force management company.
You mind take a picture of your car?
Sorry?
You mind take a picture?
Yeah, please, go ahead. Yeah, they said make sure you put that in your pocket because we're gonna hit the corners really hard.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But no, I own a labor force management company.
What does that mean?
I work with really big corporations that need like hundreds or even thousands of people. My company would go out, we recruit all the people, we train them, we onboard them, and we manage them across the whole facility. Most of my clients are in some sort of manufacturing.
How did you get into it?
I got kicked out of college, needed a job.
So you went up the ranks.
Well, yes and no. So I went to work for a company at 20 years old. My first job out of school. And within about 3 months, I realized there was a better way that they were missing out on opportunity, right? And so I kind of started doing that, saw that it was working. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit around and make somebody else rich. So I quit my job and started my own company at 24. And here we are today.
So was it hard getting company off the ground or like what?
Oh, it's the hardest thing you'll ever do in life.
What's the process?
The process is, there's no straight process. You got to have guts and instincts. And at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you can't quit. You just can't quit. But, you know, every company's different. And getting a company off the ground is the single hardest thing you'll ever do. Which is why, 90% of them fail or whatever. But if you just keep moving forward, every day get up and you get right back on it and you just keep driving and driving and driving. And you're gonna have to constantly, when you own a business, every day you solve problems. That's what you do. It's like, what's the process? Well, you better be very good at taking chances, and mitigating the risk, and solving problems. That's what it takes to be an entrepreneur.
How many Ferraris do you have?
Ferraris? I have 14 Ferraris. I have 24 total cars.
Wow. What's your favorite one?
My F40 is probably my favorite one. And then second to that's my LaFerrari up there.
Oh, you see, that's someone else driving your Ferrari?
Huh?
You have someone else driving your Ferrari?
No, it's in the shop.
Oh.
I was driving it this morning and I boiled the brakes on it. So I brought this to backup, so I'm glad I did. But this car is, actually, I'm doing faster times in this car than I am the LaFerrari.
So let's try to beat your time today.
We're going to do it, baby. Here we go.
Oh, man.
What's that? YouTube. Oh, the Gentleman's Garage. Check it out, buddy. All right, buddy. Buckled in?
Yep.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
How was that?
Fastest one I've been on. Yeah, it's clean.
Yes, sir.
All right, hell of a day, guys. We've actually been out here for 11 hours now. Yes, we got here at 7 a.m., went through the safety inspection of the cars, driver's meeting, and we had the morning to get out, take the cars to their paces. A lot of fun on the track. We got to drive our LaFerrari at Circuit of the Americas. Absolutely fantastic. And we drove it the way we always drive, and we drove it really hard. We actually boiled the brakes on the car. Every warning light is going off. We've got some B-roll to show you guys that. Incredible. So we pushed the car past its limits, right? We for sure did. Hitting 178 miles an hour on the back straight here at COTA, and then hard on the brakes, pushing the car through its paces. But it did amazing. But I got to tell you, the star of the show for today as far as cars go, and the big surprise for me, with the 296 GTS. This car was actually doing about 184, 185 miles an hour on the back straight, and I tried to beat the brakes off this car today, and it just kept performing over and over and over again. Truly held its own. In fact, we've got some amazing footage. We may have passed a Bugatti and a McLaren P1 out on track in the 296 GTS. So the car really, really performed well. But today was about the kids, and it was incredible. We've got kids coming from a lot of different parts of town, all kids that are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, and we got to get these guys out there, get them in the car, have a little bit of conversation with them. All the kids ask really, really engaging questions. You know, how do I start my business? What does my business do? What advice do I have for somebody that wants to start a business or looking to be an entrepreneur? So it was so great to be able to connect with those guys, spend time with them. And listen, at the end of the day, cars they stir emotions in all of us. And my hope is that, and I have no doubt that this did happen today, that with the connection with these cars and the experience these kids got to have out here, that they get that motivation and inspiration to move forward in life, to persevere, to overcome all the setbacks, to understand that where they come from is not indicative of where they have to end up. They've got to say so in the matter. They're able to make good and hard life choices. Let's face it, the right thing to do in life is not always the easiest thing to do. But I hope that we showed these kids, and I know that we did, that with hard work, perseverance, making the right decisions, and just never quit, that they too can achieve this. And to see these kids' faces light up, get them out on track, they're driving, getting a chance to ride in cars that even I couldn't have dreamt of at their age, was really, really fantastic. So I have to say, we obviously are still a young YouTube channel, but today was one of the greatest things that we have done that has anything to do with not only our social media and YouTube channel and Instagram, but for me personally in my life. Today was food for the soul. I was able to connect with kids they're right where I was. They're right where I was in life, and I hope that that today, and meeting me and meeting many other really wonderful people that took the time out of their day to bring their supercars and their hypercars here and do the same thing to connect with these kids, that we're able to motivate and inspire these kids. And I can't wait to look up 10, 15, 20 years from now and see some of these kids that attended this event standing there with their supercars and their hypercars, connecting, inspiring the others. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's really, really all about. That's why we have this channel. That's why I've chosen to be more public with my, not only my car collection, but my life story. I'm very proud of the background that I have. I worked for everything I've got. Every one of these kids are going to do the exact same thing, I have no doubt. And by doing this and connecting with people and showing that, hey, here's what you can achieve in life if you just, every single day, you put the left foot in front of the right, you're going to get knocked down. Absolutely. I've been knocked down many, many times. Every entrepreneur here has been knocked down many, many times. We all get together, we talk a lot about the times where we really thought it was over for us. We thought we'd hit rock bottom and the business was going to be bankrupt. We had, there was no more options for us to play, but yet somehow, some way, we all had the exact same story. We gutted it out. We found a way to get up the next day, move forward, and do it again. And I hope and I know that today we inspired these people, and I can't wait to see them standing here 20 years from now.